guys, we are back inside of another abandoned middle school. This one is really cool. It's got a really cool auditorium, nice little gym, some cool hallway shots, obviously some desks are left behind. I'm not exactly sure when this place was closed down. We'll try to get into the history, see if we can find some paperwork, see if we can find some dates on the chalkboards and things like that. That's usually how I establish when I really don't know when a place did close. But like I said, there are some cool shots here. There's a lot of stuff left behind. And there's no vandalism inside here. In this area that we're exploring, I really don't find very many vandalized abandoned buildings, which is great, because you just get the peels, you just get the dust coverage, and all the other things that go along with natural decay. Trees growing through it, all that good stuff that we all like to see on this channel. I really want to get into this. I want to show you guys what's going on here, get some cool shots, make a cool video out of this, and get into it. Let's do it. This has got to be my favorite classroom so far, not because there's anything left inside of it, but just because of the decay, because there's no vandalism inside of it, and because you could see nature kind of just taking it all back. It's all growing mossy. It's got the water coming in the top here. The roof is obviously going with the drips. You can see all the moss on the pipes and stuff like that. It's really, really nice. Even the way that the blackboard is decaying naturally is really good. I would rather see it this way than completely spray painted in most cases. Some spray paint is okay, but most of it is just a joke. So yes, this thus far is my favorite classroom. I hope that I find one that intrigues me a little bit more than this, but so far, I'm happy. This school hallway, it always weirds me out when we go inside these schools, and there's so many schools that we go inside of, but the weird thing about this hallway is that it's carpeted. I always find it a little weird that they would carpet a school hallway because kids would be spilling stuff on it and all that stuff. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why I find it weird, but it's just, this is carpeted, so I find it weird. So when I initially walked into this room, I thought that it was the home economics room. It looks like a home economics room with all the cabinets, countertops, sinks, and all that stuff. But there are no ovens, no washing machines, things you would usually see inside of a home economics room. So then I started to see what was in the drawer over there, and it's art equipment, art supplies, really. And you could actually see that they supplied some of the kids that wanted to come here after the closing with paint to do their hand art and all that stuff. So yeah, kind of creepy. Okay, it's not that bad. It's vandalism, but it's not bad well, all vandalism is bad, but it's not terrible. It's not dicks. All right, guys, we just cleared the first floor. Well, there wasn't much left behind. I thought there was a lot more that was going to be left behind in here. Just saw a couple of desks. Definitely some decay, definitely some growth. Hopefully, on the second floor, we find a little more. I really have to say that although there isn't that much left behind here, books, desks, things like that, I really like seeing the decay in each and every room, how it's different, how you can tell that some parts of the roof are really bad and others are not. But yeah, I like seeing the decay. That's a piece of the blackboard that just completely fell right off of there. You can see the other part of it peeling. I don't think I've ever seen that inside of an abandoned school. So that's a cool thing. All decay is different. It doesn't follow suit. So it's all interesting and different and something to see every single time you run into it. So I really like that. I like the rotten blackboards for some reason. I don't know why, but I think this is a pretty cool explore. I'm really digging this school. It's a nice older school. It was shut down because it was older. They built a new one right down the block is what I'm kind of hearing from the people in here. So yeah, I don't know if you guys are seeing any people in this video. I'm really not encountering very many people that I'm with here, but yeah, we'll see if we can find them down the hallway there. I think I hear them. Okay, so we're now obviously standing inside of the library. I could tell this by the books and the bookshelves and the books on the door over there. But anyhow, this is the library. Pretty small, something that you probably expect to be inside of a middle school. They usually don't have very big libraries. I have seen pretty big libraries inside of middle schools, but not all of them and not very many of them. But yeah, this is the library. You can see, like I said, different decay in each area. See those shelves? Fell right off the wall. They were getting all wet. You could tell from the ceiling there. They were getting all wet. The water was running right down the wall, rotted out all the nails or screws, and made that bookshelf drop right off the wall. Oh, wow. That's cool. Look at all the vines. I love that. That's my favorite. All over the floor, running up the blackboard. But look at it. Totally peeling off the wall. Viney. Very cool. Very, very cool. But this is my favorite. This is nature taking it back. It got inside of here somehow. And now it's got this building in its clutches. And unless somebody comes to do anything about it, which they more than likely won't, this is going to be all it is one day.
Actually, I have one shot on the bottom, but this is just one shot. I'm done.
What do you think, boys?
I think this place is super cool, man.
Yeah.
It's trash. Dope with the music.
Trash?
Trash.
Sometimes we like trash.
I like trash.
A lot of the people that are watching this video enjoy trash films, and I do the best trash films, I'd like to say.
It's like the perfect amount of trash.
Guys, Zach, you met him the other day. Jack, you're meeting him today. And then there's that guy back there, and that guy down there.
I don't know who that is.
You go check them all out. Links in the description below. This guy, what are you TikToking? Are you TikToking?
No, Instagram.
Oh.
No TikToks.
All right, so right now it's pretty obvious that we're inside of the school's auditorium. They had a pretty good sized auditorium. It's not one of the biggest ones that I've ever been inside of in any of the middle schools really that I've been in. It's pretty nice though. It's got the tiers over there. I always like that. My school didn't have the top tier like that, and I always kind of dug that. I always wanted to sit up top. I always liked the balcony up there. So that is a really cool part of this. It's really done well. You could tell it's very old. So this school, I was told, was built in the 1870s. So it's over 100 years old. So this auditorium, this building, is very, very old. And you could see, based on all the decay that's going on here, that they couldn't keep up with it. You know, some of these buildings just get way too old. The maintenance on them is way too much, and they just have to let them go. Like I said, there were probably more kids in this neighborhood as well, so they built a bigger, better middle school and just left this one to decay, like we're seeing and like we've seen in other places. But anyhow, a really cool thing about this curtain right here, they have all these musical notes on it. I really like that. That's cool. You kind of see that stuff for whatever kind of plays they did and all that stuff in some of the other schools that we've been inside of, but I don't think I've ever seen music notes on the curtains. So, music notes on the curtains. And of course, we're here with Max Powers.
Strange places. We go places that most people wouldn't dare venture. Link in description.
So that right there is the one and only date I'm seeing in this entire school. And that's the name of the school and the name of the teacher. But that's the last date that I'm seeing here. 11/27/2001. So according to that, and that I can't find any other dates, this place has been closed down now for almost 19 years. So that's a long time. No wonder why this place is rotting. No wonder why the roof went and all the water's coming inside. That has to be the most moss growth I've ever seen inside of an abandoned building. It legit looks like grass. That's so crazy. Look at how high it is. That's really cool. So as I think you're able to tell at this point that this gym has lost its roof. The whole thing came completely crashing down inside of this part of the building. Pretty crazy. But one of the things that I saw through the roof from the inside of the actual school was that scoreboard right there. I love scoreboards, especially ones that have like the Pepsi or the Coke insignia on it with the team that represented the school. It's very nice. I didn't have one of those. We didn't have a Pepsi sponsorship in my middle school, nor did we at our high school. So I always like seeing that you kind of see that the team was kind of taken seriously a little bit. So that's cool. I think I can honestly say that I've never seen one of these inside of a school. So they more than likely had somebody that was handicapped inside the school, and then they had to install this track that goes right up these stairs there. Alright guys, so we made it to the lower level of this school, and yeah, this is what I expected to find here, the cafeteria. I was wondering where the cafeteria was. So this is where all the kids would sit and eat their lunches. Look at this, that's a cool counter. Kind of looks like a burger joint, right? Pretty big sized kitchen. For a middle school, I guess. I mean, for a smaller middle school, it doesn't really seem like they had very many students inside of here. It's a pretty good sized kitchen in comparison to what the actual cafeteria looks like. So I'm pretty sure this is where the main offices were located as well. I'm seeing a lot of office equipment down here. So I think this is where the principal's office, maybe a couple of guidance counselors were down here. Clothes. This must have been for like fundraisers and stuff. Baby Jordans. So clothes. This has been doing like dries or something like that. Clothing dries. Maybe just dries for homeless families with whatever they may or may not need, or you know, because I'm seeing puzzles. They might have given away clothes and toys during Christmas time. It's usually what you see the schools kind of volunteering to do. They get the students wrapped up in it, they feel good about it. I'm actually surprised that we're finding some of this stuff down here like this. I don't know why they wouldn't take it. It's all like nice and neat. They could have taken it. They could have definitely, somebody could have definitely used this. So it seems as if they had a dance studio here. And it also seems as if this stage right here is rotting, because as you might have just heard, that kind of just buckled in on me. But anyhow, this is a dance studio here. Little platform to have, I guess they could tap dance on it or do whatever. Never seen a dance floor like that. It's just plain plywood. It's not even staggered either. That's not the way to do that. But anyhow, you can tell by the mirrors, this might have been a dance studio. And this shitty floor. Probably a dance studio. And these are more offices. Actually, this is a nurse's office. I could tell by that. And because I spent a lot of time inside the nurse's office trying to skip class. I like that chair too. Those old green chairs. It's like an Archie Bunker chair. If you know who Archie Bunker is, you're old like me, I guess? I don't know. I think Archie Bunker's pretty old. Alright guys, this was a pretty dope explore. I decided to end off in the auditorium because this is the way I had to exit. This auditorium was dope, the school was dope, really cool for an over 100-year-old school. Definitely very cool for being abandoned for almost 20 years. Very cool that there was no vandalism inside of the school. It's very rare that you see a school that's not touched up by the neighborhood. Everybody kind of likes to come in and do their own artwork, damage, whatever it is. It's very nice to not have to see that here. The moss growing, the vines growing, all that stuff, I love seeing that stuff in abandoned, decaying buildings. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you at the next spot. Peace.